Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Centre steps up efforts to curb shortage of medical oxygen. Directs states and union territories to ensure liquid oxygen is exclusively used for medical purposes only. Centre to continue giving COVID vaccine doses free of cost to states and union territories from its 50% quota. 352,000 fresh cases of COVID-19 reported in the country. And NPF asks state government to be more serious while dealing with coronavirus pandemic. As the number of COVID cases are on the rise again, we appeal to our listeners not to lower the guard, follow all the precautions and all those above 45 years to get vaccinated without any hesitation. Stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, focus on hand and face hygiene, and maintain a distance of 2 yards for social distancing. Now the news in detail. The centre has directed states and union territories to ensure that liquid oxygen is exclusively used for medical purposes only. The exception to 9 industries has also been withdrawn in order to enhance availability of medical oxygen in the country. Union Home Secretary and Chairman National Executive Committee Ajay Palla has written to Chief Secretaries of States and Administrators of Union Territories in this regard. Palla has asked all manufacturing units to maximize their production of liquid oxygen and make it available to the government for use for medical purposes only with immediate effect until further orders. All stocks of liquid oxygen should also be made available to the government for use of medical purposes. Palla said no exception is allowed to any industry with regard to use of liquid oxygen. The centre will continue giving COVID vaccine doses from its 50% quota to the states and union territories for free during the phase 3 of the vaccination drive. These vaccines will continue to be administered by states and union territories. In a Facebook post, Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan said the balance 50% quota grants flexibility for states. The minister reiterated that the central government does not give vaccines directly to anyone. The 50% quota that is at its pricing is for free distribution of vaccines, and distribution of all this will be done through the states only. Hence, the allocation that the centre is getting it cheap and states are not is blatantly false. He added that the actual situation is that states are getting one guaranteed channel of free vaccine supply while it can simultaneously procure vaccines from another channel as per its aspirations and commitment to its people. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today interacted with Prime Minister of Japan, Yoshihide Suga. In a tweet, Modi said both the countries discussed progress in various ongoing bilateral initiatives. He said cooperation in diverse areas, including high technology, skill development, and in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic, was also discussed. They appreciated the support and facilitation provided to resident citizens in each other's countries during the pandemic and agreed to continue such coordination. Prime Minister Modi thanked Prime Minister Suga for providing assistance to India for combating the pandemic. Government today said more than 14 crore 19 lakh vaccine doses have been administered in the country till now. Nearly 93 lakh healthcare workers have been administered the first dose of vaccine and over 60 lakh have received the second dose. Briefing media in New Delhi, Joint Secretary in the Health Ministry, Love Agarwal, said over 1 crore 19 lakh frontline workers have received the first dose and over 63 lakh have received the second dose. He informed that over 9 crore 79 lakh people aged 45 years and above have received the first dose and over 1 crore people have got the second dose. Agarwal said the management of COVID-19 across states and districts to follow 3 main principles: containment, clinical management, and community engagement. He said there is a need for continued focus on physical distancing measures. The Joint Secretary said use of masks coupled with physical distancing can lower the transmission. Agarwal said research has shown if no physical distancing measures are followed, one person can infect 406 people in 30 days. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on our YouTube channel, AIR News Kohima. Naga People's Front NPF has strongly urged upon the government to be serious enough in the health sector, particularly in dealing with the present coronavirus pandemic and do justice to its citizens by making the vaccine available immediately. In a press statement, NPF Press Bureau alleged that Nagaland is facing a shortage of COVID-19 vaccine for its citizens, with a second wave of super spreader of COVID-19 entering our doorstep. The NPF alleged that the state government, instead of keeping the vaccine ready for its eligible citizens, rather seemed that vaccine had run out of stock. The NPF further questioned the state government as to how far it is prepared to tackle the second wave when the vaccine has run out of stock. Besides, what alternative arrangement is the state prepared for those people who have been denied of their dose due to the shortage of vaccine? The NPF also said the government needs to sensitize its people about the importance of vaccine so that no eligible persons are left out. Total number of 3,52,991 new cases have been reported in the country in the past 24 hours, taking the cumulative positive cases to over 1 crore 73 lakh. The Health Ministry said 2,812 deaths have also been reported during the last 24 hours, taking the toll to over 1,95,000 across the country. The country's COVID-19 recovery rate is at 82.62%, with a recovery of more than 2,19,000 patients in the last 24 hours. The ministry said that more than 1 crore 43 lakh patients have already recovered from this disease. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is over 28 lakh 13,000, which comprises 16.25% of the total positive cases. Nagaland today reported 55 positive cases of COVID-19, adding the tally to 13,238. Health Minister in a tweet informed that 38 cases were detected from Dimapur, 9 in Kohima, 3 each from Mogokchung and Mon, while 1 each from Kifre and Longling. The minister also informed that 3 patients have recovered from the infection, which includes 2 from Pek and 1 from Tuensang. With this, a total of 12,135 patients have so far recovered from the infection. The death toll so far in the state stood at 88. Presently, the total number of active cases of COVID-19 in the state is 727. Office of the Deputy Commissioner Kifre has been sealed for 48 hours with effect from today. Deputy Commissioner Kifre in an order said that no public will be allowed to enter the office premises till tomorrow. It further asked the public to wear masks and follow all SOP protocols while entering the Deputy Commissioner's office from Wednesday. Kole Chow's Nomadland has won Best Picture at the 93rd Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences Award today. China-born Chow has become the first woman of color to win Best Director, and a historically diverse group of winners took home awards. Chow is also only the second woman in Oscar history to win the Academy Award. In the biggest surprise of a socially distanced Oscar ceremony held during the pandemic, Best Actor went to Anthony Hopkins for his performance in the dementia drama The Father. Daniel Kaluuya won Best Supporting Actor for Judas and the Black Messiah. Frances McDormand won Best Actress for her role in Nomadland, while veteran South Korean actress Yoo Young-young won the Best Supporting Actress for Minari. Denmark's Another Round was awarded Best International Feature Film. And now 20 News, here are the main points again. Centre steps up efforts to curb shortage of medical oxygen. Directs states and union territories to ensure liquid oxygen is exclusively used for medical purposes only. Centre to continue giving COVID vaccine doses free of cost to states and union territories from its 50% quota. 3,52,000 fresh cases of COVID-19 reported in the country. And NPF asks state government to be more serious while dealing with coronavirus pandemic. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.